right, you got, uh-oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh my goodness. What do you say, papas?
Bless you.
Thank you. So I am redoing some boy's hair. I washed it day before yesterday. And he just be on his head. So I have to redo it. Initially, I had it in these 4, and then I put them together and then to a piggy bun. So now I'm just going to refreshen them and just have them just in 4 braids. And then 2, his bald spot right here, it has gotten so much bigger. But I do see specks of new hair follicles. So that's a good sign. So we'll see. But look at his pretty hair. And what I use on his hair, so this is the hairband. So he can't take a lot of oil. Like right now, the oil kind of like just sits on his hair. Like, look at my hands. His hair is very oily right now, so I'm not gonna put anything back in. This is the leave-in conditioner, so I'll put a little bit of that. I actually have to buy more of that. The other day, this was the first time I put this on his hair. I think I sprayed too much, or I think I put too much of that oil that my husband uses, but his hair is just very oily. Like, you can even see it just looks kind of wet, and it's completely dry. It's because it's just too much oil. Like, look at my hands. So going further, I'm going to try it again, but I'm going to use less. I have a spray bottle. We have some gel. We have, what do you call it? The Nature's. This is a leave-in. This is really good. This is really good as well. I have a new bottle of that, and I put it into here because whoever the freak created this bottle is, oh my God, like, what were you thinking? This thing is impossible to get out. You cannot get this thing out. You literally have to microwave it and let it melt and then go on. But then by that time, it starts to firm up. And then 2, you don't want to continuously having to melt it, right? It's nonsense. So what I do is I melt the whole thing and then I transfer it into a small container like that. That way you can get it. If I'm doing Mimi's hair like twisties and stuff like that, and she's gonna like have it down, I'll use some of the mousse. And then I have, this is really good. I use this a lot on some boys' hair, and that will be the only thing. If I add this in his hair, that's the only thing I put in his hair. It is typically when I'm braiding his hair. When I do the braids, I'll put that in there. Then I have some hairspray for Mimi's updos. I have some more gel. This is really good. This is another oil by Aussie. I have this. I've only used this a few times. It is good, but it's just too much much oil. And then this is the hair tie bin. So you ready to get your hair done, papas?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 1 down. I have 7 more to go. These cute little baby hairs that I always brush out. Gotta have the baby hairs. Oh, my biggie boy. Somebody want to say hi?
Hi.
To get a closer look now that I've taken out his braid. Last year, we took him to the doctor to see about his brows, and you can see they've grown back. This one, you know, it's not as full as the right side. So they had diagnosed him with alopecia. And then they were asking, like, oh, do you notice any hair fallouts on the hair? I was like, no, it's literally just the brows. And in fact, at that time, I had just started growing out his hair about a good 6 months or something like that, 5-6 months. And they said that typically with the brows, they noticed it also with the hair. She was like, she hasn't seen many cases where it was just the brows. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I would say about a good 3 months ago, I started noticing a tiny spot. I mean, it was tiny. It's probably the size, I would say, well, a little bit bigger than a nickel, maybe even a quarter. Probably like a quarter size of a quarter. And you can see it, like, it's thinning up at the top right here, like above it. So with that being said, alopecia is alopecia. It's kind of like just Mother Nature. You have to let it take its course. Like, if your hair is going to fall out, it's going to fall out. And if it's not, it's not. And then if it grows back, it grows back. There's not much you can do for the scalp. I mean, there's many things you can try, but I'm not doing all that. If his hair starts falling off, I'll just let it be. I'll still have it long. It's just hair, and like I said, we'll let Mother Nature take its course. But I do know, like, a few weeks ago, it was just pure bald, like scalp. But if you can see, there's some little, hair follicles that have grown. Do you see? So that's a good sign. If I were to straighten this thing would be down his back. The shrinkage is real. Super real. But yeah, I definitely put too much. Like I said, it was my first time this week putting in the, what is it called? It's the Palmer's coconut hair oil. It's a great oil, but I just put too much. So it comes like in a spray form. So I think next time I'll just do like one pump. Cause like look at this. It's like literally the oil is sitting on my hands. I mean, transferring to my hands. And that is a sign of you got too much damn oil in your hair. So yeah, because I know on Mimi's hair, it's just fine. But his is just a little too much oil. So yeah. So I'm gonna do this other 3 when I'm done working out my energy drink. This is the Rockstar. The last 2 weeks has been a mess. Like when it comes to my eating, it's just been a mess. MESS. A mess. And we can't have that because spring and summer, and we don't want to be fat for spring and summer. And we are done. Look at this one over there. The shrinkage, when I say it's real, boing. So yeah, so after I work out, I'm gonna do the other side, and then he will rock this hairstyle for like a few more days. Typically when I wash his hair, unless it's in like singles, like braids, I will redo his hair once or twice before a wash. This is a before and somewhere look after. Look, it's so pretty. So yeah, I'm gonna work out. Here you go, Duties. Look at this. Ooh. He got his breakfast. So in this house, we don't do cereal with milk. We eat dry sipping though. It's how I was raised, and it's just the best. You see what he's doing right now? He eats all of the marshmallows. Yes. And then sometimes he doesn't want to eat the actual cereal, and then I have to tell, and he comes, he wants some more. I'm like, no, you need to finish that cereal. How is it? Come here. Can I have some?
No.
What?